What's up, everybody? It's Raymond and Scar here with another episode of the Brew Sportscast.
Hold on, I gotta get it unscrewed.
We call this Brew Sportscast for a reason, man, and that's a water.
Hey, Dasani, it's the
Dasani.
the it's the beer of waters.
It's the
No,
beer
I'm in my office, so I figured it might not be good to be drinking beer on
while you're at
camera.
work. Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear you.
but just for this week. Next week we'll be back to normal.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about the AFC East preview.
Yep.
Those teams include the Bills, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets.
Yes.
Yeah. Were you
All
going to
right.
say
So
something?
first up is Buffalo.
Yeah.
So I wanted to emphasize that AFC East is probably the worst division in the AFC,
Yeah, if not right up
especially
there.
the Bills. Um, so yeah, starting with Buffalo. So key takeaways on them. Of course, Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
One of the best, top
Yep.
five.
Yeah, I know you like to grab him in fantasy. Um, so wide receivers, they got Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, solid combo there.
Yep.
And then you know who they just added in the draft
Justin
from
Shorter.
University of
Justin.
Florida, Gator Bait baby. I
Yep.
wish
And
we would have got him.
they got Dawson Knox.
Yep, solid tight end. Running back James Cook, he's good. Not necessarily anything I'm like scared of. He's not no
Yeah.
Travis Etienne, but
Since we're talking about the Bills real quick, I'm gonna mention their defense. DeMar Hamlin, he's back on the field.
yes.
Yeah. So
Um, yeah, defense. Uh, so their offense is solid, and their
yeah.
defense is solid too. They are
Yeah.
looking like they were disappointing last year. I had them as one of my Super Bowl favorites. Most people did, and they
Yeah.
just didn't perform towards the end of the year like they should have.
Nope.
Um,
And I think their time's running out. If it's not this year,
yeah,
I don't think it'll ever happen.
yep, and so their secondary is legit. They got Tre'Davious White, Damar Hamlin, Kyer Elam, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde.
Yeah.
Like their secondary is lockdown secondary. Sportsnot ranked them number 10 as far as defenses going into the year.
Okay.
They had a lot of injury trouble last year. You were just talking about Damar Hamlin. That's
They
one.
did. Yeah.
I think they're looking healthy, and I think this should be a solid year for them.
Yeah, we'll see with Aaron Rodgers coming in their division.
Yeah.
So
Now, did we do the records after we go through the teams first, then do the records, right?
yeah, we do the teams and
Yeah.
then we do the overall records at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good on ready to move on to Miami.
No, we do the teams, we talk about the teams, then we do the records. And then we're like, so at the end this is our final standings.
Well, I mean, are you sure we did it that way?
Yeah, I promise.
Because it doesn't make sense. Like, it's just weird to me. We're going to talk about Buffalo and talk about how good they are and Josh Allen and all. And then we're going to go through their records. And then I'm going to say, well, I have Miami beating them.
Okay.
And then you're going to be like, why? When
Okay.
we haven't even talked about Miami yet. You know what I
So
mean?
from now on we talk about the teams and then we go over the records.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how we did it last time.
I don't know. We haven't
Because
recorded in
that
3
makes sense as
weeks.
a flow of things.
All right. Well, let's talk about Miami. What do you have to say?
I have a question mark on Tua. Like, is he going to perform? Is he going to be healthy?
I
Are they going to get him beat up?
I think if he's healthy, Miami could be scary.
Wide receivers are freaking hot. No
What?
homo. I know
I
homo.
was about to say you had to throw in the homo.
Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. That's a deadly combo right there.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's a prize picks combo every week.
I said that the rest of the offense isn't impressive to me. They got Raheem
Who's
Mostert at running back, Jeff Wilson, but they're not like it's nothing I'm like too scared of. Besides Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, nobody at wide receiver like impresses me.
right?
Um, tight end. Who do they don't even have Gesicki anymore. They have I didn't even write his name down. It's some weird name that I
Yeah,
don't even recognize.
yeah. I want to say they have more running backs, but I can't. I can't
I can
remember.
tell you number 1 and 2 on the depth chart are Raheem
Yeah,
Mostert or and Ramos, it's
Mostert.
water,
Yeah,
Mostert and Jeff Wilson.
yeah, yeah. I
Um,
think, but and their defense, they just got Ramsey.
yeah, so defense, that's the thing that I think is their savior if they
Yeah,
do well. So
yeah,
they were ranked number 5 by Sportsnot. Stats last year showed that their defense sucked, but they made great moves in the offseason, adding Jalen Ramsey. They got that linebacker David Long Jr. He was one of the best run stoppers in the league last year.
right.
And then their defensive line is stacked. They got Bradley Chubb, Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, and Jalen Phillips.
Yeah. So
Um,
I feel like this Miami team could be like the 2017 Jags team, where the
yeah,
defense takes them all the way.
their defense. I think their defense, if they do really well, I think they're going to do good. But if they do really well, it'll be because their defense. I
Yeah,
think their
yeah.
offense needs to just do well enough with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to hold them in games, and I think their defense will win the games.
Right, right, exactly.
Um, yeah.
So we'll see.
All right.
All right.
Anything else on them?
No, we've said it all. What? So
All
about
right.
the Jets
No,
or
New England.
no, the Patriots. Sorry.
So next up is
I
New England. I wrote
Yeah,
quarterback question mark, Mac Jones or Zap. Is it Zappy?
yeah.
Zap?
I don't. I think it's Zappy.
Yeah. Um, I think after last year, I would think they would be making Zappy their starter, but
Yeah. Well,
um,
they brought in Bill O'Brien, who used to be, uh, I Zach his offensive coordinator, Mac Jones. I said Zach Jones. It's Mac Jones. Uh, but he
yeah,
used to be the offensive coordinator for him at Alabama. So
maybe under him they think that he can like
yeah,
have a comeback year and like turn it
yeah.
around. I mean, it's
I
possible.
I don't think so, but
I mean, he had
yeah,
a good first year.
yeah,
So last year was just a bad year, but he could turn it around. But
right, right. Since we're talking about the
we'll see if
Patriots,
we will there be calling him either Mac Jones after this season, or if he has a bad season, we'll be calling him Mac Wilson.
yeah. Uh, so since we're talking about the Patriots, and just before we started recording, um, some news broke about the Patriots. They I wouldn't say released, but I guess they cut James Robinson.
For real?
Yeah, he's no longer a Patriot.
No wonder. I was looking at their running backs, and I'm like, they don't impress me. I didn't see because I didn't see James Robinson on there.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
they
mean,
just released cut him.
they have Ramondre Stevenson, but I would take James Robinson over him any day.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, not to say Stevenson isn't solid. He's a good running back.
Right.
Um, their wide receivers are pretty good. They have Juju Smith-Schuster, Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne, and Tyquan Thornton.
That's average. They have
Yeah.
two really good ones. I guess you could say Juju is really good. I don't know. I
No,
wouldn't say
not
really.
anymore. He hasn't.
No,
I
no.
think he can be good, but he
Yeah,
just hasn't proved it the last couple seasons.
right,
Maybe
right.
under the right team, he can be. Um,
Yeah.
I'm just not too impressed with their offense.
I'm
It's
not
nothing.
impressed with their whole team, dude.
Best part of their offense, actually, I wrote down is the dual tight ends threat. They have Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki.
Okay, so Gesicki stayed in the division. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's the best part of their offense is those two tight ends, probably.
yeah, yeah.
Their defense is ranked number 6 going into the season by Sportsnot.
Interesting.
And I didn't write a single other thing about that because I was like, why would they rank them number 6?
Yeah,
I looked at their defensive roster and I don't see anything that stands out to me.
yeah.
But
Any
I
names
know
you recognize?
it's the Patriots. It's a Bill Belichick. They always have a
Yeah,
good defense. I just
yeah.
it's sort of like when they had a good offense back in the day. You're like, who are these receivers that Brady is throwing
Right,
to? Like,
right.
Um,
Edelman,
like Belichick I guess they just have a system that takes these people that you don't know and makes them at least good enough to
right?
do
You
well.
know what made him good? Tom Brady always did the dump passes and let him run. That's all he did.
Yeah,
So, I mean, yeah, but the Patriots don't impress me much this year.
yeah. All right, final team. Moving on to the Jets. The
I think you're going to be shocked with what I said record wise for the Jets.
Okay,
Uh,
you might be shocked with what I said, but we'll go over
yeah,
that in a little bit.
they
Uh,
got Aaron Rodgers. They
yeah,
have Randall Cobb.
obviously they added Aaron Rodgers. That's a way better quarterback than Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
Even though
but
Zach Wilson said if a veteran came in there to training camp, he was going to show him what's up.
yeah, and he hasn't. But I really don't think Aaron Rodgers is enough to change the Jets.
I don't think he's enough to change the team, but when you look at what the Jets have,
Yes, they have so many wide receivers. The talent on the offense is insane.
so they have a good running back duo, Brees Hall and Michael Carter. Look at their
Yes,
receivers. They have Garrett Wilson, Alan
yes,
Lazard, who's worked with Aaron Rodgers before, Mecole
yes.
Hardman Jr., who's a speedster, Corey Davis, and Randall Cobb, who's worked with Aaron Rodgers before. I think they've got a solid wide. I think he has the wide receiver core around him that he had back when he had Devontae Adams. None of these are a Devontae Adams. I'm not saying
No,
that, but
no.
together, I'm saying I think he's comfortable. He'll be comfortable with the receivers he has around him.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, I see the Jets doing what he always did in Green Bay, making it to the playoffs every year, but not doing anything.
Yeah, and
Kind of like the Bills. But
tight ends they got Tyler Conklin and C.J. Uzama.
yeah,
Um, their
Conk.
defense now. Their defense is what they're ranked number 4. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they are an elite defensive group. And guess what? That's their defense last year. If their offense wouldn't have sucked so much,
Yeah,
their defense was a freaking Super Bowl contender defense, I think.
yeah. I will
Um,
say the Jags beat that defense though last year.
and they have less pressure on them now, hopefully, with Aaron Rodgers under center than with
More
Zach
pressure
Wilson.
on the offensive side this time.
Right. So I think the offense will be scoring more, and their defense, which is an elite defense, will have more room to breathe. And
Right.
you know,
Right. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
and I mean, one thing I've got to say about their defense. There's only one thing you need to say: Sauce Gardner. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So,
um,
I mean,
yeah.
we'll
So we'll
see.
see.
I'm not just it's just I mean, they're average. They're average to me. They have a great offense, but the whole team wise is average to me. That's
Yeah.
just me. That's just me.
I'm thinking they're going to be a complete turnaround from last year.
Boy, they were 7-2 at one point or something like that last year, and then or was it 5-2, and then they just lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, let's go through the records, starting with Buffalo.
yeah, you want me to start?
Sure.
All right. I have them going 12-5 and 5-1 in the division.
Nice. I have them
Yeah.
going 12-5 and 4-2 in the division.
Really? Who do you have them losing to in the division?
So I have them getting upset by the Jets when they go to face the Jets late in the
Mm-hmm.
season, and then I
Wait,
have them losing
they
the
play
last.
the Jets. They play the Jets at New York very first game of the year.
Oh, sorry, I have them losing to the Jets at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
Yep, I think by then Aaron Rodgers and them are going to get comfortable
In
with
the
each
groove.
other, and I think
Yeah.
that's just going to be one of those games that their Bills are just going to get upset.
Yeah.
And
I
then
really believe.
I have them losing to Miami the last game of the season. And the
Yeah,
reason
me
for
too.
that is the
Me too.
same way you did with I forget what division we were talking about. Maybe it was Jacksonville. How they've already sealed the number 1 seed, and
Yeah.
so they'll be sitting players. And
Yeah. I have them losing to I have Buffalo losing to Cincinnati, Kansas City, Miami, and I have them losing to the Chargers as well.
I have them
And
losing.
Philly.
I have them beating Cincinnati and beating the Chargers.
Yeah.
I
I
have
just
them.
think I think going out to the West Coast for Buffalo might be a little too much, and they lose the Chargers.
I have them starting off 7-0.
2, 3, 4. I have them going 8-0.
See, so my 5 losses, I have them starting out 7-0. I have them getting upset by Tampa Bay.
What?
Yeah, I have
Wow.
them getting upset by the Jets, losing to Philly, losing to Kansas City, and losing to Miami the last game of the season.
We're close, but that Tampa that doesn't that's I don't know where you got that from.
Hey, it's just a gut feeling.
Yeah, just a gut feeling. All right.
Well, at least we have them the same record, basically.
Yeah,
All right, Miami.
Miami. You go ahead with Miami. Start
I have them going 8-9 and 3-3 in the division.
8, 9, 3-3. Uh, I have them going 10-7 and 4-2.
Huh.
Yeah. What? Who do you have them losing to? I mean, 9 games. Holy crap!
So I have them starting off 0-2, losing to the Chargers and New England.
What?
Yeah, I know New England sounds surprising, but the Chargers isn't surprising. Chargers are a good
No.
team, and I think they're coming out with vengeance after last year.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then I have them losing to Buffalo,
Yeah. Me too.
losing to Philly, losing to Kansas City,
Yeah.
losing to Vegas.
Nope. I have them beating Vegas.
I have them losing at the Jets,
Yeah.
losing to Dallas, and losing to Baltimore.
Yeah. Me too. I think the only one we have different is well, I have two different.
Well, you probably
Oh,
have them winning the first 2 games, Chargers and New England.
I have them winning one of the first two. Yeah.
Okay.
I have them going 10-7 and 4-2 in the division.
Who do you have them losing to in the division?
Shoot, I didn't write that down, but I'll let you know. Buffalo.
It's probably Buffalo twice.
Nope, I have Buffalo and getting beat by the Jets once.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So 8-9 for me, and you said a 10
ten
and
and
7.
seven.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So New England.
dude, you started with Miami there, so I'll start with the Patriots. I don't know, like I want to say they're a dumpster fire, but they're not like a 2-win dumpster fire. They're a 4-win dumpster fire.
Ah.
I really believe they are not confident with Mac Jones, and the Bailey Zappi guy he's a solid backup, but not one to win them 8 or 9 games.
Yeah.
You know, I I have them going 4-13 and 1-5 in the division.
Wow. So
Yeah,
I have them going 4. I have them going 4-13 as well, and 2-4 in the division.
you there?
Hey,
Okay,
did you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I
You
can hear
heard?
you now. You froze.
So I have them going 4-13 as well,
Wow,
and 2-4 in the division.
2-4. Wow, who do you have them? Well, you have them beating
I have
Buffalo
them.
and Miami.
Yeah, I have them upsetting Buffalo and Miami once.
Wow,
So I'll tell you their 4 wins. Miami. Ooh, this is going to be surprising. Washington. Actually, Washington's not really surprising. Indianapolis, and then the last game of the season, upsetting the Jets.
dude, I have them beating New Orleans. That took me a minute to think about.
Hmm.
New Orleans, Washington, Indy, and the Jets.
Oh, so we only have one different there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's pretty
Yep.
close.
But yeah, they are a 4-win team
Yeah,
dumpster fire.
crazy that we both came up with 4 wins though.
Yeah. We do that about one team a division, it sounds like.
Yep. All right, the final one, Jets. I have
Yep.
them going 11-6, 3-3 in the division.
11-6 and 3-3 in the division.
Yep.
Who do you have them losing to?
Well, I'll tell you, but what do you have?
Okay. I have them going 8-9, 2-4 in the
So
division.
you have them doing what I did for Miami.
Yes.
So we basically flip flopped them because you had Miami
Yeah.
going like 10-7.
10
So
and
you
7. Yep.
think Miami's going to be really good, and I think Jets are going to be really good.
Yep. I think the Jets need to have more than 1 year with Rodgers to prove something.
So I have the Jets. So there's 6 losses. I have them losing to Buffalo, Kansas City,
Uh-huh.
Philadelphia,
Okay.
the
Okay.
Chargers, Miami, and New England.
Oh my goodness, dude. I have them losing to New England, Miami, Buffalo, the Chargers, Philly, Denver,
Denver.
Kansas City. Yeah. I'm giving Denver a shot there, okay? Under Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. And I have them losing to Kansas City, Dallas, and Buffalo.
Okay.
So they're going to start the season 1 2 3 4 5. 1-5.
Wow.
They'll start the season 1-5.
I have them going
Yeah.
on a little win streak there in the middle where they beat Vegas, Buffalo, Miami, Atlanta, and Houston.
Yeah. I got them on a 3-game win streak from Miami to Houston.
Yeah. So standings wise, I have for the division, I have the division winner as Buffalo, and then I have the Jets, Miami, and New England.
Okay, so you and I are somewhat right. Just Miami and New York are flipped. I have Buffalo, Miami, New York, and New England.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like I say every week, I can't wait to actually see at the end of the season how this unfolds and who was more right.
Yeah. Well, we'll
So,
see. I got it written all down, so.
yeah, I've got it written down in a notebook as well. So, all right. So next week we do the AFC West, which is Kansas City, Denver, Las Vegas, and the Chargers.
Yep. And then after that, we go to NFC, and we'll do the same thing:
And
North, South, East, West.
yep, we got about 90-ish days till the regular season starts. So
Yeah, and then once we get, I'm guessing, shoot, when should we start doing fantasy stuff? Because we got to do our top.
top 10. Yeah, that's right. The top 10 position players.
Right.
I think closer to when fantasy football starts being drafted,
Well, it's going to be in August, so maybe like mid-July, we or
yeah, you're right. Okay.
maybe
That's
mid-July we
fine.
throw in our top 10,
Okay, that'll work.
and then we don't have to keep talking about fantasy throughout. We can just do one
Right.
episode mid-July, and then
Right.
once the season actually starts, then we'll do our weekly fantasy.
Yeah. We may I don't know how we're going to record the fantasy and the episode, so we might have to do it all in one since we're not together,
That's
you
fine.
know.
We just do
Yeah.
fantasy at the end of the episode, and if
Right.
people don't want to watch the fantasy portion, then they just stop after the NFL.
Right. Right. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to fantasy.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to the group and see when everybody's wanting to do the draft.
I still have to send out my rosters for my league. I haven't done all of them yet.
Oh, you haven't done the?
I've done them. I just haven't sent them out yet.
Have we not chosen keepers yet?
No, not yet. I haven't set a deadline.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah, I'll get on that though. But yeah. So next week we are recording. We're still sticking to Mondays, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that
Oh,
works.
speaking
So
of that, I gotta send out keepers for my league, don't I?
yeah,
Have I not done that?
I don't believe so.
No, I did because I when I did it, I told you to start doing yours.
Yeah, I think I chose. No, I couldn't choose Eckler because he was in the first round.
I don't
Dang.
think I set a deadline yet for the keeper.
Gotcha.
I just sent it out and said,
Yeah.
I don't know, I have to look.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Until next week, I'm Raymond.
I'm Scar. This is the Brew Dude Sportscast.
Until next time,
Keep it brewing.
drink that water.
You better not cut out the middle finger.
No, I won't. I'll call you.
All right.